This is the AI megadeal that could collapse the entire US economy. In January of 2025, OpenAI announced it will lead Stargate, a joint venture with SoftBank, MGX, and Oracle that plans to deploy $500 billion to build AI data centers by 2029. This is one of the most notable commitments as part of an expected multi-trillion-dollar AI infrastructure investment from tech companies over the next 5 years. However, unlike OpenAI's counterparts in FANG, MANG, Magnificent Seven, whatever we're calling it these days, Sam Altman and company have some unique challenges to overcome with Stargate. Mainly, data center projects sponsored by mega tech companies come with plenty of flexible financing options, as these companies have diversified revenue, healthy balance sheets, relatively, and access to lots of credit. In short, he's good for it. On the other hand, startups like OpenAI share none of these luxuries. Sam Altman projected that OpenAI would hit $20 billion in annualized revenue by the end of 2025. So that's probably the best case scenario. And that's just the top line. They're set to burn somewhere in the ballpark of $2.5 billion this year. So it's safe to say that they aren't going to eat their mega billion-dollar Stargate bills through their revenue or debt that they raise alone. Hence the joint venture. Enter Oracle. As being the little brother of cloud services and owning a Hawaiian island does tend to get boring at times, Larry Ellison decided to shove his chips with OpenAI and Stargate. Initially committing to a 15-year lease on 2 of the first Stargate data centers, Oracle will be the one to provide the funding through project finance loans that are backed by the value of the data centers themselves. Remember this for later. Typically, no more than a handful of banks participate to provide these loans, but because of the size and exposure of this deal, more than 30 institutions are coming together to lend the money to Oracle. How's Oracle going to pay it back? This is where the blockbuster $300 billion deal with OpenAI comes in, the one that sent Larry Ellison to the top of the charts and briefly made him the richest man in the world. OpenAI is committed to purchasing $300 billion of cloud services from Oracle from 2027 to 2032. That's $60 billion a year. And they're losing money, remember? So where's all this money going? You guessed it. According to an SEC filing from Nvidia in August, upwards of 87% of Nvidia's revenue over the last year has been from their data center end market. And out of that, 4 customers are responsible for over half of that revenue. Which brings me to my final stretch. The massive demand for data center GPUs is driving up their price. But this massive demand relies on the ability of companies like OpenAI to successfully raise money to pay for the GPUs. If they can't do that, then they can't fulfill their $300 billion contract obligation to Oracle. And then Oracle will need to seek new customers to use the data centers so they can fulfill their debt obligations. This massive influx of compute on the market would put significant downward pressure on the value of GPUs, which remember is the very thing securing their project finance loans in the first place.
Or dog shit wrapped in cat shit.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. The worry here is that everything has a price, even the greatest innovations of our era. At the end of the day, endless investment has the potential to drive the bar for success so high that even a best case scenario is a break-even outcome. If investors begin to feel this pressure and they connect with the reality that AI is not driving significant profitable business outcomes yet, OpenAI could very well struggle to raise what they need to. And this is also very dependent on macroeconomic factors that are outside of anyone's control. In a worst case scenario, this would be really bad news for OpenAI, Oracle, SoftBank, and anyone who owns the debt for these loans. But it's also bad news for Nvidia, Mango Fango, and anyone else who's enjoyed the 75% share of S&P 500 gains due to AI stocks since 2022. Who knows how this will end? If investors remain bullish and keep an eye on the real potential of AI applications for real business problems, this could ride out smoothly. But if decisions are justified with emotions from FOMO and hype, sentiment could swing wildly and someone will be left holding the bag.
All that money fucked me. Wow. I mean, I don't know about shit. Maybe.